Hi there guys, my name's Chris and I'm part of the team here at Chevin Cycles, and today we're going to look at our staycation series, starting off with the quick spin. So this is a kind of ride where you're going out for an hour or two, you know exactly where you're going, probably a regular ride that you're going to do. For example, we're at our local trail centre where we sometimes come after a day's work. We're going to go through what I'd bring with me and also some recommendations that I'd probably kind of advise that you do too. So at minimum, I'd say our essentials kit. This comes with a multi-tool, tyre levers, a puncture repair kit, a pump for your desired bike, an inner tube for that size bike as well, and then also a saddle pack to carry it all with you. So this is going to allow you to do any trailside repairs, change a puncture, or just change out the tyre altogether. So some of the ones that we'd recommend are the Toe Peak Mountain or Road DAs. They're a fantastic option. They either have high volume or high pressure, depending on which one you go for. And the other one that we have a massive recommendation on is the Park Tools Super Patches. They can be used for a wide range of applications, as well as just doing a standard puncture repair. We've had our workshop manager in Skipton, who's actually patched a Kurt with the Super Patches, and it's still holding up today. So what I would bring out with me on a trail ride, so as you can see, I've got my bike and I've got a couple of things on the bike as well as a kind of small hip pack. A lot of these things we would say you're either carrying a small hip pack, all of the items on the bike, or all of the things are in the pocket as well. So your first one is the bottle. So hydration, really important. Hydration and nutrition. Wherever you're going, I will always take some kind of a bar with me, kind of like an energy bar, and then also water. And I'll kind of make that the change in the water or the food, depending on how long a ride I'm going for or how long I think I'm going to be out for at most. And then also on the bike, we've got the muck-off puncture repair plugs. So these are going to allow you to plug any punctures that are too big for the sealant and tyres to seat. And these are some of my personal favourites. They're always on the bike. I don't have to remember to bring them with me, and kind of if I hit a sharp stone or a nail on the trail or something like that, then I'm going to be able to plug that hole, and it's going to allow me to get back riding again as quickly as possible. Thought is we'll move on to the pack. So on here we have the Evoc race belt. So the thing that I really like about this, it's really nice and lightweight. You've got loads of pockets and you can change it out as you go. One of the old ones that you'll see is the Road DA pump instead of a Mountain DA pump. Fits really nicely on here, keeps it really compact. So first of all, we've got an energy bar. These, again, you change the volume and kind of what energy bar works for you. Second one is the multi-tool. So again, this is part of the patch kit, part of the essentials kit that we'd recommend, is always taking a multi-tool with you. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to do any trailside repairs, fixes. This one, for example, has a chain breaker and a spoke tool on it as well, if ever needed. We also have a CO2 can here. And then I also have the inflator in here as well. So that means seat the tube. If it's raining and you want to get back on the bike and back to the car, or you want to get back riding again as quickly as possible, then you can do that with that. Tyre levers, these are really important, especially with these slightly bigger, burlier tyres. They've got a really thick sidewall and they can be really tight to get back on there. Spare tube, so this is a tube which fits my bike, so 29 by 2.4. It's going to be kind of get me back out if I can't see the puncture that's into the tyre, or that is kind of like the last resort. Also, if you pass anybody on the trail who's got a puncture and hasn't been prepared, or they've just been really unfortunate and got several, you can make the day by kind of giving them a tube, bit of trailside kindness. And then again, as I said, we've got the pump. So I use the Road DA just because it keeps it kind of nice and small and compact. If I'm using a bigger setup, so if I'm taking a rucksack, then I'll take a Mountain DA with me. Higher volume, kind of, it's just going to make that push up a little bit quicker. And then finally, in the pocket here, I've got a spare hanger for my bike. I really recommend it if you're going anywhere, long trip, short trip, take a spare hanger with you. Make sure it's for your bike because they're all different. Like Trek, they all use a different hanger system depending on which one you've got. Likewise, if you've got any other brand of bike, they're not going to all have the same hanger fitting. We also have a spare link, so this is an Eagle Master link. Again, take what you need. If you've got 10 speed, 9 speed, 8 speed, it's going to change kind of what different link you need. So just make sure you've got the right one for your bike. And again, just out of the Essentials kit, we've got the Park Tools Super Patches. These, again, probably the best puncture repair kits ever. Really small, really compact, with 6 patches in here. And I know there's no need to mess around with cement or anything like that. Just kind of rough up the area, stick them on like a sticker, and you're good for the ride. Now, final thing that I'd take, or I'd always recommend taking on any ride, is choice of clothing. So depending on where you're going, what time of year it is, what kind of riding you're doing, make sure that you're packing the right clothing. If you're going somewhere where it's cold, make sure you take an extra layer with you. Likewise, if you've got a coat, I've got a thin waterproof jacket that I take with me. It's going to kind of keep me warm, keep me dry if the heavens open or anything like that. And kind of I can either prolong my ride, or kind of it keeps me dry on the way back to the car. Likewise, on any ride, I would say decent fitting helmet, gloves, especially on mountain bikes. You'll see behind us there's the shale all on the trail. If you put a hand down and kind of scrape your hand along it, gloves can really kind of help you out with that. And then another one that I'd say is knee pads. I have a really nice light set that kind of take on local trail rides where I know that there's not going to be anything big, where I'm less likely to come off, but if I do come off, I've still got the protection there. And then finally, I would always say a fully charged mobile phone. You never know where it's going to come in handy. You could find that you need to call somebody, you get lost and you need to find something, members of family trying to get in touch with you, things like that. So always take your phone with you, always make sure it's fully charged. Thank you very much. Any questions or you've got anything to add, leave a comment below and we'll get back to you. Thank you very much.